Welcome back, Down the Line, episode 11, special edition, round 4. Here we are. We got plenty. No, actually, we don't have plenty. We got
a lot to talk about.
We got 2 teams still in the running. We got a team that won a state title. We got a team that got a state runner-up. Hey, I'm Trey Scott.
I'm Ryan Pittman.
Ryan, pay the bills, baby.
Yeah, look, special shout-out to Miss Katie Fowler,
That's
who
right.
helped get some sponsorships for this playoff special edition. It reminds me of, you remember the Madden special editions?
Yes.
The games, but this is very special to us, and to the 2 teams we're going to talk about, it's still in there. But there's a lot of parents, some supporters at North Lenoir. Also, Flowers for You, Inc. in Goldsboro, Griffin Exterminating in Goldsboro, Periodontal and Implant Surgeons of Greenville. Had to look up how to say periodontal, and 32 Below Ice Cream Shop. So thank you to everyone who has contributed to this, and we have a great show for you.
Especially the Fowlers for making this happen. Possibly wouldn't have been a postseason show if it weren't for them.
Yeah.
So hey, shout
Big
out.
thanks.
We love it. We love it. We want more. We want to keep winning. We want more shows. Before we get to our public schools, let's stay on the private side. Last weekend, Bethel Christian Academy did their thing, put 2 teams in the state championship game. One came out victorious, one didn't, but they'll be back. Ryan, you were there in Wilson. How'd it go down?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the girls, man. They lost to Wilson Christian. It was a very close game. Wilson Christian had beat them twice in the regular season and pretty much had their way with them. But shout out to Coach Stroud, Coach Curtis, the girls out there, a very young team, no seniors. They fought, man. They lost 3-2 in the state championship, but congratulations to Avery Cash, Emerson Smith, and Michaela Cash for being East All-Region team.
Nice.
And then one of your girls you like to talk about, Suzanne Rouse and Bailey Smith, for making the East All-State team. But then that same afternoon, the boys played. They played Greenville Christian. You and I saw that game in the regular season, and Bethel come away with their 7th state championship, number 5 for Coach Sutton. They beat Greenville Christian 6-1. Cooper Williams, the ace, the senior, went out on top. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, allowed 1 run, even though it was a very long run. I thought I think that ball's still traveling. But hey, they got the dub. 0 walks, 9 Ks, and some of the same thing. East Region team, Jonathan White made it for the East Region, and All-State, Cooper Williams, Jamie Williams, Braden Cash. They are losing 4 seniors on the baseball side: Cooper Williams, Jonathan White, Jason Turnage, and Asher Strickland. But this team, man, Jamie Williams and Braden Cash are going to be right back next year.
I got 2 things to say about that. With the Bethel girls, you're right. Shout out to the coaches, man. They go into the offseason looking to see how can we get better, who will play us, what better teams will play us, what high school teams we can play us. I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. Iron sharpen iron, get better, see who you can play against, make these girls grow, and it showed.
Yeah, hey, real quick, talking to Coach Stroud, when they started this program in 2017, they wanted to get to the state championship. Now they got a taste of what it is. Now they finally got there. I expect these girls to have a big off season, big summer, big fall, and they're going to be back next year with a vengeance.
Time to readjust the goals. And one more thing I got to say. I think our last show, either our last show or show before that, when we saw Bethel boys play against Greenville Christian Academy, I said I wasn't impressed. Hey, I got to take everything I said back. Shout out to Coach Kenny. Shout out to Cooper. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Braden Cash. Shout out to Turnage, Jonathan White. Shout out to all of them. Great job. My hat's off to the program. Kenny Sutton, you're the man.
Coach Kenny.
I love him. He loves us, and man, he's a gem. He's a gem that doesn't get talked about enough. Legendary guy, legendary coach. Just has brought these guys up. He's been with these guys for a long time, man. That's a lot of wins that Cooper Williams has got. A lot of hits that Jamie Williams has got. Man, shout out to Bethel Christian Academy one more time for the state title.
Yep.
All right, moving on. South Lenoir Baseball. Look, we're going to the 4th round, baby. We don't know who we're playing.
Nope.
But we're going to the 4th round. We're not going to talk about it too much because exactly what I just said. We don't know who we're playing. North Johnston and Bunn play each other tonight. It's number 10 seed versus number 2 seed. Bunn is a very, very, very good team. I expect Bunn to win. And if that happens, South Lenoir will play Bunn at Bunn tomorrow night on Saturday. If it doesn't happen and North Johnston wins, South Lenoir will host a home playoff game tomorrow. Hey, guys, this is what you want right here.
I'm glad you brought it up because it wasn't in our notes. So they are playing Saturday.
Coach Novicki told me they were playing Saturday. I talked to him today. He said it's Saturday, no clue what time.
Yeah.
No clue what time. If that changes, we'll let y'all know. It's very possible that something don't go right and it changes. God forbid that the weather is right.
Well, look, if you've been living under a rock or just haven't been outside this week, we had a lot of rain.
Yes.
This game was supposed to be played Tuesday.
Yes.
It started Tuesday. They played 2 innings. Then they shut it down. They were going to play Wednesday. They didn't play Wednesday. They finished it up last night, and South Lenoir gets the big win. Shout out to whoever had to drive that bus.
Yep.
Down, back.
And the parents.
Yeah, that's a long ride from Lenoir County down to Whiteville.
And look, man, this was not a regular game. This is Whiteville. Yeah. Whiteville is 9-time state champions. At Whiteville.
Yeah.
9-time state champions. 9-time state champions. Let that ring a bell.
Yeah.
9-time state champions. They've been running the East in baseball for the past 10, 15 years. And they went down there and took care of business. Tadpole did his thing on the mound. Jake Howard came through on the plate with 4 for 4. Braden Barnett got in. He did what he had to do and closed out, got the win. Man, Paul Novicki's got the Devils running, and they're running wild right now. And they're going to the 4th round for the first time since 2010-2011 season. Go Blue Devils, baby. Go Blue Devils.
I don't think Whiteville wants to see a new snooze sports team in baseball.
No, they don't.
in the playoffs.
I got nothing but respect to them, man. They gave Green Central their only loss last year. Got the state champs their only loss. So for South Lenoir to go down in Whiteville and get that win, man, I'm telling you, that is a major milestone to turn right there. Hey, going to the 4th round, one game at a time.
Yep.
One game at a time. Go Blue Devils. We'll have more on that soon. All right. And now, our premier matchup. And let's one more time give shout out to our sponsors for this. And one more time, Ryan.
Yeah, I got to pull it up. Sorry. The Fowler family. Flowers for You, Inc. in Goldsboro, Griffin, Exterminating in Goldsboro, the Beasleys, the Hatchers, the Whitleys, Periodontal and Implant Surgeons of Greenville, and 32 Below Ice Cream Shop.
Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it, especially making sure this happens. All right, let's break it down. North Lenoir first. How did they get here? They went down to Camden County and took care of business.
They scored more runs.
They scored more runs. And I talked to Coach Bobby Hatcher, his assistant coach, and he told me before the game, he said they're going to hit and they're going to play defense, and that's what they did. And I'm talking about Camden again. That's what they did. They hit and they played defense.
I heard the third baseman and shortstop. Not many things got by them, if anything. I heard they had a really good defense, which you said, Coach Hatcher said. So this is a big win. This was a huge win for North Lenoir.
They were down 2-0 in the game. Yeah. They were down 2-0, and this is you're in the 3rd inning, and you got these seniors on the team down 2-0. You're 3 or 4 innings away from your high school career being over.
Yep.
Not the 3rd round, 4th round being over. Your career being over. Some of these girls are not going to play in college. God, thank you, God, for the ones that can and will make it. But everybody's not as fortunate to have the talent to go to the college ball. This is do or die for some of these girls' baseball, softball careers. 2-0, down 2-0, game on the line. Man, Hawks came through. Clutch. Maddie Rouse with a clutch 2-run double. Not only that, she had a complete game performance on the circle. Camden, where am I at?
Yeah, tied it with a home run.
Somewhere. We don't know. But in the 7th inning era sealed the deal for North Lenoir. And now they go on to face Martin County, number 3 seed, with all the momentum on the Hawks side. Martin County is the team that took out South Lenoir last round, which we know how good South Lenoir is softball. They're very, very good. And now the Hawks have their hands full traveling down to Williamston, down to Martin County tonight. Ryan, what do you got?
Shout out to North Lenoir because they faced a lot of adversity in this game as well. This game was on Tuesday. It started. They had a 30-minute lightning delay.
Yep.
They started back again. They get to the bottom of the 7th, up 5-4. 2 people on, 2 outs, 1-0 count. Guess what? Another lightning delay, 30 more minutes. Bases were loaded, and then they got out of it. So shout out to them for the facing a little bit of adversity there because you're an athlete. You were an athlete. Anytime you have any type of delay, when you come back, you don't know what's happening really. You know, what are you going to get the same product that was just out on the field? Are the girls going to be a little bit slow? You know, are they going to just be relaxed? But shout out for them. But you know, this game against Martin County, they play in a very tough conference. This is a very good team. I'm not going to give you my prediction yet. Are we doing predictions?
I don't even know if we need to. We're going for the Hawks.
Yeah. Well, we're going for the Hawks. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and give you my prediction now. I think the Hawks find a way. Yeah. I believe in what Coach Colby Miller has done. I believe what Bobby Hatcher, Maddie Rouse, Jayla Ross, them seniors that are on this team, they do not want this to end here. Yeah. And you are one game away from being in the East Regional Finals. I think they get it done, Trey.
Man, I wrote the article for this game, and I was trying to write it without being a butthole and sounding bad about the Hawks, and I think I did a good job of it. But man, this is no, not me. This is the farthest they've been since the 2005 state championship run.
Yeah.
Not only that, since 2011, 7 straight first-round exits. 7 straight first-round exits. This team has got over the hump, and to me, that means something.
Yeah.
That's that stigma. Even though these girls wasn't there in 2012, they weren't there in 2014, it's still that jersey. It's still the program. And these girls right here has took that program and put them back on top of where North Lenoir has been and will stay, I think, with the girls they got coming through. And this is a big moment, a big mountain moved. And to make it to the 4th round alone is a great accomplishment. They are not done by no means.
When you told me that after you wrote the article Wednesday when we talked, I was shocked. Now, this is only my second year being in Lenoir County with News Sports. So, yeah, I had heard of North Lenoir, you know, being from Bedingfield. Knew they had some, you know, past championships. But when you told me 7 straight first-round exits. Now, I remember last year's first-round exit. We talked about it on the last show. Because it was very similar to where they were at now. Lost South Lenoir Conference Championship, ended up hosting a game in the first round, you know, got beat by a team that shouldn't have beat them last year. This year, same situation. What did they do? They beat Southwest Edgeco 19-4.
Yep.
What do they do the next game? They go to Roanoke Rapids, the number 2 team, the 2 seed in the East, pick up a 4-0 victory on that long ride up to Roanoke Rapids. And what have they done now? They beat a very good Camden team.
Yep.
The girls are hot right now. We're rolling. They're on fire. I mean, it is hot outside. I mean, it is all pointing to Hawks victory for me.
No doubt. Now, will this be easy? Absolutely not. Let's go ahead and break down these Martin County girls. Martin County Gators are 22-4. They're in the 4th round as well, and they're in the 4th round for a reason. Man, last year they went 25-4, fell into They lost to Midway in the East Regional Finals, so these girls have been there. They have outscored their opponents this year 281-85. This team the roster is like you would expect this type of team to be loaded with seniors and juniors, and it's not. It's loaded with sophomores and freshmen. They got 12 sophomores and freshmen, but they're led by 2 seniors and 1 junior. Two particular seniors really lead this team. Tahara Wooten, batting .459, 31 RBIs, 5 doubles, 4 triples, 1 home run, and Erica Sturgill. I might have said that wrong.
Sturgill. We'll go Sturgill.
Who cares? Yeah. Go Hawks. Anyway, no, I'm just playing. Shout out to her. She's batting .319, 26 RBIs, 6 home runs. But the biggest thing is when Sturgill, however you say it, is in the circle, she is dominant. She's had 22 appearances, 114 innings pitched, 19-3 record, which might be 20-3 now. 16 complete games, 10 shutouts, 1 no-hitter, 142 strikeouts in 114 innings, 23 walks, only 32 earned runs off 405 batters faced. And with all that being said, against South Lenoir, she pitched a complete game, 2-hitter, allowed no runs. They did score a run, but it wasn't earned. And only walking 1 batter and striking out 2 batters out of 17. That says something to me right there. Striking out only 2 batters and only walking 1. What that says to me, they got a great friggin' defense behind her.
Yeah, but it also says to me, which I've always said this whole year, the most potent thing about North Lenoir is their bats.
Yes.
And we know what South Lenoir had. I was following a little bit on Game Changer, and it wasn't strikeouts. That's not how, South Lenoir was getting out of this game. They were hitting the balls. The girls were making plays in the defense. But, you've got Maddie Rouse coming to the plate. You got Alyssa Hatcher. You got Lake and Whitley. You've got Hallie Fowler. You've got a lot of girls. Jayla Ross. Through up and down their lineup, they can hit the ball. So, the pitching, looking at her numbers, and, I'm not discrediting her at all.
Right.
Miss Sturgill from Martin County, but I think the Hawks can hit her. And if they get some errors, this game to me is going to be about errors. I talked to a South Lenoir parent when they lost to Martin County. It was errors. Now, that game also got called after 5 innings. I wish they could have. But, dealing with the same thing with weather. They're down 7-1. The game was called after 5. Maybe they could have come back. We don't know. We're never going to know now. But if North Lenoir can limit the errors, find the timely hits, smart base running, Maddie pitches like Maddie is capable of doing, like we've seen her all year, show me a reason why they lose.
One more stat on this Martin County team. And this is not a game where you just got to get through the top half. No, you got to get through the whole roster. This is going to be every single at-bat matters for both sides. They're very similar with North Lenoir. We got 9 players batting over 300. We got 5 players with 20 RBIs. That's big. Now, let's move on to our girls, the Hawks. And before I even get on the Hawks, I want to tell you why this team is special to me. I've covered about 3 or 4 years now in football, basketball, baseball. I've covered a lot of teams. And one thing that I do that's probably not productive is I find one player on each team and I fall in love with them. And I usually cause chaos and I usually cause havoc. And there's somebody's mama, somebody in the dugout, or somebody's always got to say, well, why are they always talking about this player? Why they always – it's more than this player. It's more than – and you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But with this team, we have done it as well. We have said Maddie Rouse, Maddie Rouse, Maddie Rouse, Maddie Rouse. And not one complaint have we ever got from no player, from no mom. And that's not saying that the other girls are not as good. That's just saying that this team is invested. This team believes in Maddie Rouse. They believes in their leaders, believes in Alyssa Hatcher, believes in Lake and Whitley. They believe in each other. You don't see the mesh. You see you don't see the chaos. You see the chemistry. I think this team has the compatibility to move on to the 5th round. I really, really do. Little small signs like that takes you long, long, long ways. When we cover a couple teams this year where no names can be thrown, but we seen where players didn't like other players in the dugout. Yeah. And that matters. That matters. You have to be connected right here. You have to be one team. You have to play for the Hawks, period. And this team has that.
Yeah, they've got 10. The Hawks have 10 players batting over 300 as well.
Yes, sir.
Maddie Rouse leading, average right now 556, 39 RBIs, 11 doubles, 7 triples, 5 home runs. Hallie Fowler, 534, 29 RBIs. Lake and Whitley 19 RBIs. Hatcher, 16. Bridwell, that's another one we missed earlier, 13 RBIs. Jayla Ross, 23. Her batting average is a little bit lower, but 23 RBIs. So, like you said, they're just as –
they're dangerous.
They're dangerous. Just as dangerous.
Every at-bat matters. Like I said, every at-bat matters on both sides of the ball. The Hawks have to find a way to barrel up Sturgill, and they will. They will. Sturgill's not going to go in there and shut the Hawks down or shut them out. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. And don't get me wrong, I'm giving my respect to Martin County. They're going to compete with you. They're going to bring it. They're going to be at home. They've been here before. They have the history. They have the history of winning as well. I don't have to say this. There's no doubt I'm taking the Hawks. I'm taking the Hawks to pull this out, but I don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to go down. but I believe in them. I believe that they believe in each other, and I know they're well coached. I know they're well coached. Shout out to Coach Kobe Miller and Bobby Hatcher. You know, they switched sides from last year to this year for whatever reasons. I don't care, but they have been investing into these girls. Kobe Miller was there that last year as well in the dugout. They have been investing in these girls. This is not something that happened overnight.
No.
This is not something that this win streak, this season didn't start this year.
No.
You know, that playoff loss in the first round is just as important this year as it was last year. This team has been through stuff. I've seen it with other championship teams. You have to go through the fire to get there. They've already been through the fire. It's time to show me the baby. Show me the baby. What else you got, Ryan? What else you got?
Hey, I'm a foodie. You know, we talk North Lenoir people. If you see this in time, Shaw's Barbecue in Williamston, pretty good. I told you about the Mexican restaurant in Rhoda Rapids. I don't know if anybody went there or not, but they got like some barbecue egg rolls. They got collard greens in them. It's pretty good. So before or after the game, you ought to go try it out. But, man, I'm excited. We're going to be there tonight. It's going to be an awesome experience, I think. For North Lenoir, they've got a really good chance. I don't know if they need to prove anything.
Right.
But, man, you beat Camden County, you turn around and beat Martin County. You're probably I don't even know who's coming out of the other side. It's probably Midway again.
Yeah.
But this is an opportunity to really cement some legacies down in Wheat Swamp.
Like I said, man, everything's going to matter. I just pulled up the box score to Camden County game last night. Well, it feels like last night, two nights ago. 9-hole hitter led the team in batting. Shout out to Henby. She had 2 hits, had 3 at-bats, had 2 runs scored. Y'all, this is big. And when you're 9-hole guy, girl, can show up and be that clutch hitter for you.
Guess who's coming at the top? The top of your lineup.
That's right. Somebody you don't want to see. No. When you don't want to see the 9-hole hitter, you definitely don't want to see the 1-hole hitter. So I'm super excited. I don't even want to end the show yet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much we could talk about, man. Look, but we have to get this out so the parents can see it before, on the way to the game. Listen to it on the way to the game. We will be there. We will have the updates for you. News Sports will have every inning update. We'll have the post-game interviews, win or lose. And go Hawks. We're behind you. News Sports is here. One more time, Ryan, pay the bills.
Yeah, thanks again to the Fowler family, all the families who donated to this. Flowers for You, Inc. of Goldsboro, Griffin, Exterminating in Goldsboro, Periodontal and Implant Surgeons of Greenville, and 32 Below Ice Cream Shop.
And one more shout out to the South Lenoir Blue Devils for the 4th round appearance they're about to make Saturday. We will find a way to get that coverage as well. We'll be there. We need another show next week, guys.
Yeah.
We need another show next week. We got to have another show next week.
And then one after that.
And one after that. And, let's get to this game
first.
Let's get to this game first. Hey, I'm Trey Scott.
I'm Ryan Pittman.
We'll see you next week, I hope.